So as I mentioned, labor can be a long time, or it can be a short time. Make sure that you have plenty of snacks, fruits, healthy stuff, even some dates. They usually help with labor as well, and they can maybe sometimes speed things up. Your healthcare professional will also tell you when it's the right time to have the dates and stop the dates. But again, seek that professional help once you're at the hospital. And if you're at the hospital, if you're at home, for example, it may be a different scenario. You'll have some midwives coming on to help you deliver at home. There's so many different types of birth. Don't think that just because you know and have seen it or have heard about everyone going to the hospital that that's the way it has to be. You can do a home birth, you can do a hospital birth, you can do a water birth, you have birthing suites, which are slightly different, or you can just have kind of the operating theatre where a C-section may happen. The whole point is that you may have a birth plan, but that birth plan can go out the window at any point. And this is exactly what this section is about. It's about making sure that you're adaptable to the scenario that's at hand. Alhamdulillah, we all have certain wishes. We wish for the optimum and the best that we think to happen. But in that scenario, anything can happen. Any kind of circumstances or situation can arise all of a sudden. And it's about making sure that you have a backup and contingency plan. Of course, you assert yourself and say, no doctor, no healthcare professional, no nurse, no thank you midwife. My wife does not want to go for an epidural, for example. She wants to remain just on gas and air. But then you understand that, hang on, if she doesn't take that, this may be even more detrimental to her health. And it may be that you already knew the risks before coming in. And it's something you should read about, the risks and the pros and cons and what you want to do, so that you, in this scenario, no, this is plan A, this is plan B, and this is plan C. And should it come to plan D, this is what we do. All of those things are worth talking about before you even get into that labor ward or the hospital experience or just the labor experience in the whole sense. Now, if anything changes, again, it's down to you to assert the birth plan, because sometimes, you know, the healthcare professional may seem otherwise, but your wife wants it to go a certain way. As far as you can respect her wishes and take it forward, you should do so. But at the same time, you should also explain if things are changing. Take all of the guidance in from the professionals, from your wife, find the middle ground, see if you need to go to the backup plan, consult her, reassure her saying, I think this is the best thing to do. We want to look after you. Of course, this should be this scenario and we want it to be like that, but we may need to do this step. Guide her, find her, give her comfort so that she can find that solace. She's in a state right now, but you need to take care of the situation. And this is how you need to lead in this situation. And you need to make sure that her wishes are being respected, but you're making sure that the best optimum outcome is achieved in this situation as well. So having covered most of labor, we're going to focus now on the delivery. This is the part where your wife would be delivering the baby into this world. Right? And something amazing happens. When you first lay your eyes on the baby, you are overfilled with emotions. You feel joy, you feel hope, you feel a love that you've never felt coming out from your chest. Your eyes may get teary. It's a time to enjoy, thank Allah, and just relish the moment. Is something you will never forget. This memory will never ever leave you. The moment you hold your baby for the first time, usually they'll take the baby, they'll either place the baby onto kind of a changing mat or tray or something because they need to wipe down the baby, or they'll give the baby to the mother for some first skin to skin whilst they're making sure that everything else is tied up. This is a time where they'll measure the baby. It's a time where they'll weigh the baby. It's a time when they'll also maybe give an injection of vitamin K to the baby as well. And it's something you need to be aware of and be on the same page with. Is this something you're giving to the child? Is this something you're not? These things are conversations you need to have beforehand, because in that moment, if you're not aware of this is what's going to happen, you're going to be in for a surprise and you're not going to know what to do. And at that moment, your wife has just been through one of the most exhausting stages of her life, the most exhausting stage. She's not going to be able to talk to you, tell you, reason with you. She's going to be resting at this stage. If anything, her body is going to shut down and put her in a state of rest and sleep for a bit. So it's something you need to understand, that this is what's happening, that's what's happening, and you need to be just taking charge. All the midwives at this point and doctors and nurses are going to rush in during that labor part where she's giving the delivery, and it's going to be a room full of panic, chaos, lots of words and stuff. You need to be holding her hand in her ear. You did great. I love you. Thank you. I'm so proud. Just touching her, stroking her, and then you also get to hold your baby. For the very first time, your baby will be in your hands. Something you were waiting for 9 months has now joined you, and you get to look down and you get to enjoy. You get to thank Allah, and now your journey begins with that delivery of the baby. And remember, this is a time which is not just finished, it's a time that's just beginning.